Hi there, welcome to another episode ng ating Get Hired series in which I try to talk to you about job interview questions and how to answer them properly. This question was actually sent in by a few of you guys, so thank you Cecil Chaneco, Wilfred Tan, and Galil Morados for sending this question in. And dahil marami sa inyo nagpadala, I figured I should answer this right away. And the question is, why did you leave your last job? That's what we're going to talk about today, so stay tuned. And if you want to send your own questions for me to answer, go and find my post nasa www.youtube.com/Team Lyqa, that is TEAMLYQA, and sa ating Facebook page www.facebook.com/Team Lyqa. It's not the same way. So talk to you guys in a bit. I'm going to give you all of my do's and don'ts when it comes to this question. Are you ready? Alright, so this is the first podcast na I'm trying to record dito sa aking setup right here. I have a makeshift podcast setup here in my room. And if this works out, I'm going to keep using it. I'm actually waiting on a decision as to whether bibili ba ako ng proper equipment for a proper podcast for this or okay na muna to for now. And thank you guys for all of your positive comments and sa pag-share ng mga podcast na ito. At dahil marami sa inyo nag-react positively, ganado ako to do something na, alam niyo, mag-invest din ako dito and do it more times pa. That is why, if you noticed, for the past few days, almost every day ako may bago nito. Thank you guys for all of your encouragements and all of your appreciation messages then for what I'm doing. Alright, so today we're going to talk about why did you leave your last job. And actually, advice ko dito, ay medyo pagkakahawig sa advice ko kung sakasakaling kahihiwalay mo lang sa iyong ex. Or kahit na hindi mo ka pa kahihiwalay sa ex mo, medyo hindi ka pa nakaka-move on. Alam ko marami tayong mga chismosang kapatid, kamag-anak, kaibigan, at kung ano-ano pa na laging nagtatanong kung bakit kayo naghiwalay, anong nangyari, sinong may kasalanan, and all of those things. And the things that I'm going to talk about today would be applicable din sa iyo. Mas maganda kung gagamitin yung itong advice na ito sa pakikipag-usap regarding your ex. Okay? So, the first thing that I want to talk about is this. What shouldn't you do? Okay? Ano ang hindi mo kailangang gawin? Okay? Take note of this at hindi ako nagbibiro. Very serious ng advice na ito. Don't say bad things about your previous employer or your previous job. Don't say anything bad. I know na masyadong malaking ask yan, lalo na kung marami sa inyo ang nasaktan or na gawa ng mali ng inyong previous employer or ng inyong dating katrabaho. Pero, importante po talaga ito. Wag na wag nyo silang sisiraan. Okay? Ngayon, bakit? Actually, same din yung reason kung bakit nyo hindi pwedeng siraan yung ex ninyo, no? I remember nung ex ko yung naghiwalay and again, nakamove on na po ako, matagal na ito, no? But I'll just give this as an example sa inyo. Nung naghiwalay kami, ang sabi ko sa kanya, simple lang ang ask ko. Sabi ko, I will protect you. I will honor you still. I hope that you do the same for me. So when people ask you kung bakit tayo naghiwalay, wag mo nang ikwento yung lahat ng details. Wag mo nang sabihin lahat ng nangyari or anything else. We can just plan out our answer. And don't worry, hindi kita sisiraan. Now, bakit hindi nyo pwedeng siraan yung dati nyo employer? Bakit? Kasi ito yon. Okay? Kung kakausap mo ang bagong HR ng kumpanya, pag siniraan mo yung dati mong employer, nagsabi ka ng negative things about them, it may sound na parang tumatawa pa siya or nag-agree pa siya or minsan nagre-react pa ng, talaga, grabe naman yun. But, ang tumatakbo sa isip nun, posible na ganito. Ang tumatakbo sa isip niya ay, ibig sabihin ba pag naghiwalay kami nito? Or ibig sabihin ba pag umalis din siya sa kumpanya namin, ganito rin ang gagawin niya sa akin? Sasabihin niya rin yung same things na yan sa susunod niyang employer na sasabihin niya kami ang may kasalanan at hindi siya. So, kung gusto niyo iwasan yung mga ganyang bagay, huwag niyo na lang sabihin yung mga bad things about your previous employer. And again, same thing about your ex. Meron kang bagong kadate at ang lahat ng sinasabi mo ay puro masasamang bagay tungkol sa iyong ex. Ang sinasabi niyan sa kanya ay ikaw ay isang tao na, mas madali sa inyo maglaglag ng ibang tao. Okay? So, what are the things that you could say? Okay? What are the things that you could tell your employer about? Okay? Ang pwede mong sabihin, ang suggestion ko na sabihin ninyo ay itong mga bagay na ito. I'll give you a few options to choose from. Okay? So again, don't say anything bad. Just be prepared with a ready response. Hopefully, maging mas adept kayo when it comes to using and maximizing the tools here sa Anchor na podcast app, no? There is an option there for messages. And if you can click right there, actually, you can send your own story, send your own question to me. Kung gusto nyo magpahingi ng personalized na advice, hanapin nyo yon para ma-include ko sa susunod na podcast. Kasi ang pinaka-sad part nitong podcast na to ay hindi ko masyado ma-personalize, depende sa kung ano yung nangyari sa inyo, no? Pero kung magagamit nyo yung tool na yon, pwede nyo sabihin ko ano yung sitwasyon ninyo para mapayuhan ko kayo mas appropriately. Pero ito yung mga bagay na ito, bibigyan ko kayo ng mga options na pwede nyo gamitin, and then you just tweak it a little bit, just add examples na talagang importante or talagang mababagay dun sa sitwasyon ninyo kung ano yung pinanggalingan ninyo. Okay? The first option na ito yung safe answer natin. The first and safest answer actually, ito yung pinaka-generic tsaka pinaka hindi makakasira, yung logistics. Okay? Talk about the logistics, talk about practical things. For example, if your husband moved to another place for work, ibig sabihin, lumipat kayo ng probinsya, lumipat kayo ng bahay, lumipat kayo ng area, mas maganda to talk about that. So you could tell them na because my husband opted to work for a company here in Metro Manila, I decided to go with him because family is very important to me. And that was why I had to leave my job. And I figured out that your company does offer a lot of options for people or for moms like me, and I wanted to help you guys out with your thrust and with your mission and vision. So here I am trying to get a job and land a job in a company that shares my same ideals, yung mga ganon. So ibig sabihin ng sinasabi mo, hindi mo kasalanan, hindi nila kasalanan ng tadhana, kayo ay nilipat ng pwesto, kaya ngayon naghanap ka ng bagong trabaho. Okay? So again, safe yan na option kahit na hindi necessarily yun ang number one reason kung bakit kayo umalis ng trabaho. You can use that. Okay? Another thing that you could talk about would be yung values. Okay? So, actually, yun yung ginamit ko nung naghiwalay kami ng ex ko. No? Yun yung sinasabi ko lagi sa mga tao, we had a difference in values and priorities. Ganon. You can also say that. At least kung hindi nyo kayang dahil hindi naman talaga naging factor yung logistics sa inyo, yung practicality, you can use that as an example. So, for example, especially if you're applying for a job in the government, no? For example, sa DSWD or DepEd, okay? You can always use this same reason. So, for example, if you're if you're trying to get employed sa DSWD, gusto mo makakuha ng position as social worker or house mother or anything like that, what you could tell them would be, I used to work for a corporate company. I was earning quite a bit of money there. I was actually using a lot of the skills that I have. However, every time I went back home, I lay in my own bed and I would ask myself if what I'm doing really matters. And I always had to answer with a sad no. And I really wanted to help other people out. That's always been my dream. That's the reason why I took up this course. That's the reason why I got my license for social work. And I figured out this would be the perfect time for me to give back to the country. It's very important for me to help my countrymen, mga ganyan-ganyan. So, yun. Hindi na segue mo na ngayon. Okay, ang pinaka-process kasi talaga dyan would be ganito, okay? Instead of you throwing shade dun sa iyong dating employer, i-lift mo yung burden off of them, and then i-introduce mo yung sarili mo in a good light, and then you would tell them why you fit in sa company nila. Yun yung tatlong bagay na kailangan nyo ma-establish dito sa question na to. Again, hindi nila kasalanan, hindi ko kasalanan, nangyari lang talaga na hindi kami nag-work out, and ngayon, nandito na ako ready to work for you. Yun yung goal natin. Another thing that you could talk about would be growth. Okay? So we can tell them na we just grew apart. Hindi naman, no? I just felt that I needed to grow when it comes to yung skills na ginagamit dun sa kumpanya na yun na meron ka. I wanted to see I wanted to have a position in which I can stay for a long time. Ganon. Or sabihin mo rin kung gusto mo mambola, mag-research kayo tungkol sa presidente ng kumpanya o kaya sa kanilang CEO, and tell them na I saw a talk I listened to a talk by your CEO, or I read a blog post, I read an interview of him, and he talked about these things. O sabihin mo ulit yung values ng kumpanya, di ba, nasingit mo na naman kasi memorize mo, sayang naman kung hindi mo gagamitin, no? And then sabihin mo na nag-a-align siya sa values mo. And I've always been interested in some kind of mentee-mentor relationship with the people that I would be working for. Especially if you are going to be interviewed by the owner of the company, that answer would be really helpful. Okay? Kasi you're making them feel good about themselves. Again, yun naman ang goal natin when it comes to job interviews. Make them feel good about themselves. Make them feel good about their company. And make them feel that you would keep doing that habang nandun ka pa sa posisyon na yon. Okay? So it takes a lot of time, research din. And again, if you have any other questions, no, kung gusto niyo pa magdagdag, I'm trying to keep these as sweet and short as possible. You can go ahead and send your questions in dun sa ating Facebook page. So again, www.facebook.com/Team Lyqa. Find my post there. And you can also find it on YouTube, www.youtube.com/Team Lyqa. Or, like I said, send your message dito sa Anchor FM na podcast app. Just hit the button na message, record your own message or your own question, and I would love to get our other listeners to hear your story as well. So kung meron kayong mga specifics, like kung talagang detailed, for example, nagkaroon ka ng Dole case or anything like that, that would also be helpful. Tell your story doon para masagot ko sa susunod nating podcast. Okay? So again, don't forget to share these with these podcasts with your friends, lalo na kung naghahanap din sila ng job. Ang goal natin is for you to find your perfect job or your perfect position, okay, sa kumpanya na pinapangarap ninyo. Sana maland ninyo yung dream job ninyo. Hopefully, makatulong itong mga content na ginagawa ko. So again, that's it for now muna. Never stop learning. Kaya niyan, aja-aja. And God bless you guys. I'll talk to you guys really soon. Bye for now.